incredible has happened. We know we got the North Node and the South Node on both the message to divine feminine and masculine, as well as the Eclipse, the Revolution card. And it's the Two of Wands, and it's manifestation time. We're manifesting from the old to the new. We're transforming. And we're transforming from what is old to what is new. Let's get the message. North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. There's a strong feeling when you get this card that it's time to leave the past behind somehow, because you're headed in the right direction. If you want to be happy and fulfilled, you need to get going towards doing the things that scares you, within reason. This card is about living your life's purpose, which is possibly what you've asked about. It's urging you to dare to do something different with your life and your direction, to take action. So are you willing to follow through and lead the life you incarnated to live? And it's about having the courage to do so. This is living our life's purpose. This is expanding anew, being a whole new person. Now, the North Node is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going north. It's a karmic point, and on the horoscope chart shows us that what we need to do and where we need to go with our life to find satisfaction, fulfillment, and happiness. The North Node is the karmic astrological point that reminds us, to paraphrase Andre Gide, that in order to discover new oceans, we have to be prepared to lose sight of the shore. And what's happening is we're being challenged by our past, our old patterning, who we've been, the South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. The South Node, like the North Node, is a karmic point, but it's opposite to the North Node and relates to the past. Perhaps even to past lives. Whatever you're going through and whatever you're asking about, there's a chance that that age-old programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might. Do you feel stuck in something? Now, this is about things becoming suffocating and toxic. And it suggests that someone, even you, needs to be released, that there's some kind of addiction going on or unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. We're being challenged to make some changes, even where it feels easier and safer, and especially where it feels easier and safer. And we're releasing the past, because the channeled message was, don't let your past get in the way of your present. And they explained to me, it means both things, like your present right now and what you're being gifted from the divine for all this work of transformation. The South Node is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going south. On the horoscope chart, it shows us what we are likely to become obsessed with, but which will probably do us little or no good. The South Node is the karmic astrological point that reminds us of the well-known phrase, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. And this is connected to the devil energies and what we're shifting from. And you know what? I feel so challenged right now myself. Like, I feel my past is right here in front of my face. But this time, I do feel my conscious choices. I feel that I can now make the choice to create with different patterns. And I've been shown them. I've also created with them. Now I'm being put to the test to do so. And it's like, it's like almost like a deja vu. You're sitting there and it's like, this is all the past. I shifted through all this. I worked through all this. But it's not the past. It's the now. And we're being shown this so we can transform. We're being tested in order to transform. And you may be feeling very angry. You may be feeling very frustrated. You may be feeling very hurt, disappointed. But you have to remember that you matter, and your shifting matters, and your best life matters. Your abundance matters, your truth. Because We've got the north and south node. We're connected to the moon. We're getting in alignment. We're shifting things. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. If you want affirmation that you can achieve your dreams and get the desired outcome in the situation you're asking about, then this is it. This is a card of beginnings, and there are powerful energies at work, but be prepared. It could be quite a ride. And events now could even be jarring and uncomfortable. However, any new directions you take will almost always lead somewhere better than where you are at the moment. Whatever is happening now, it's a reason, and you'll appreciate it later on. A new portal is opening up, and all you have to do is have the courage to forget about the past and move right through it. You're being put back on the right path. Don't fear. There's nothing to fear. We're facing our fears. We're facing our fears and we're letting go of the past. This is the hangman energy. We're going to pour out that cup and we're going to start anew, because we're creating our 10 of cups and expanding with our 10 of pentacles. New moon eclipses are among the most exciting astrological events. They herald a complete change of pace. It's though you're headed in one direction, probably being guided by your ego, and then there comes the divine, the goddess, spirit to turn to, instead to face the direction you actually need to go, regardless of whether or not there's a new moon eclipse. Well, there is. And wow, were those readings ever gifts? They blew my mind. And do I even feel more connected to the divine and my transformation? Because to get that revolution card in both readings, and then the north node and the south node, wow, that's blessed. Now, this is all about a new start and achieving it, because we make a proper plan to allow us to execute it. And this is all about our ambitions and achieving our ambitions, because that's the gift of expanding with the Capricorn energy. We also know we're connecting to the Devil card and expanding from there. Capricorn is the sign of ambition, building, and hard work. The energy is solid and rigid. The new moon in Capricorn is a powerful lunation that comes towards the end of each year and marks arguably the best moment annually to make a list of your hopes, dreams, ambitions, and intentions for the year ahead. Now, we also need to have the discipline to achieve what we set our mind to. And that's what we're doing. We're creating our 10 of cups, our 10 of pentacles, and we're setting out to achieve our best lives. We're entering a new decade, 2020 plus. It's going to be the years of abundance. We're going to be shifting things up around here. We're starting the shift right now. Let's get our messages. The Page of Swords and the Ace of Cups. We're finding balance with our truths. And this is the alchemy of turning lead to gold, because we're making connection. We're connecting to our truths. This is throat chakra activations and healing. It's balance. This is connected to peace on the path of the moon. And that peace, we're creating love within our cup. We're creating connection within our cup. And we've pulled together the two tetrahedrons. Right here, there's the one tetrahedron for the feminine, and there's the second tetrahedron right there for the masculine. So we're starting the shift right there. We just have to get the energies into alignment. And that's going to allow transformation. We're creating with love and spirit and higher self within that cup. That's cup is connected to the North Node. And the Page of Swords is connected to the South. And there's our Justice. This is what we're setting out to do. Balance. Balance achieved through karma, because you heard that the north and the south node, they're karmic points, and they're both connected to the path that the moon takes, the ecliptic path. And this is balancing out our yin and yang, and this is connected to the Nine of Wands, the sun and moon arrow. And we're hitting our mark, we're hitting our aim, because we've become balanced. We're working with connections to our sacred chords, and we're achieving knowledge and expansion through that alone, as well as we're learning how to use the Sword of Clarity and the Sword of Light, and how deep that transformation is within, how deep that relationship is with that Sword of Clarity within. We're not swinging that sword unless we need to. And that's achievement of creating with a generous, balanced charge of the light. I can see flow here. It's a beautiful flow that's been created. Oh, let's see. I left these cards here for a reason. Let's see what they are. The Page of Wands, the Two of Coins, and the Hanging Man. And there's the Hanging Man, and it's time now. It's time. We're reflecting something through this mirror. The Page of Wands, we're acting now with the sword. And we're acting, and we've activated the balance now. Because we're balancing out our karmic scales with the north and south node. And we know this eclipse energy, this new moon eclipse energy, it's really helping us transform and enter this new beginning. And that's what this Two of Coins is representing. We're transforming and entering this new beginning here. So here, with the North Node, we're in creation. With the Sword and the Cup. And it has to do with our connection to spirit and love. Here in the South Node, we're connecting to the God Spark, and we're tempering karmic patterning, our ego. We're doing ego work, and we're shedding another layer of the devil energies. So we're acting. We're acting with the God Spark, and it's to balance our karmic scales. It's to balance what has happened, who we've been from the past. Our past, what's happened in the past. And here with the new moon eclipse, now we're having our new beginning, and it's time. It's time to create with the love that we've been reflecting from within to without. And it's connected to the Four of Pentacles, where we get our personal power from. Are we expanding with the light, or are we still in old templates? Are we stuck in greed, envy, jealousy, codependency? And there it is, the High Priestess. This is where we restore balance. And balance is restored. All right. The High Priestess, this is what's being activated with the moon. our expansions, our third eye, crown chakra activations through the soul star. And it has to do with our disconnects. It's purification of the soul. It's connected to our sacred cords, our bonds. And the information that we're activating within the balancing of our karmic scales. So now we understand where we get our personal power from, and it's from the divine. It's not from what we're materializing here. It's not from going to the store and picking up supplies. It's from our connection to the divine, our higher self, and how we're manifesting and expanding here, and the change that we're making, who we're becoming in order to connect to our abundance, our best lives, because it's really about our metamorphosis, our transformation in order to get there. And we see that. And what happens is we transform from the Four of Coins to the Knight of Coins. And there is an ego battle going on right here, a transformation within this Knight of Coins in order to ground our heavens to the earth and our new patterns and end old karmic patterning and the past to create a new. And it happens, we do so. Here's the Fool. And there's creating a new. There's the expansion. And we leave this space, the energy of the Hanged Man. We're not in lack of, we're not going without to show the divine that we're transforming. We've completed our transformation. We are expanded here because we've balanced our karmic scales. And in doing so, we've created love. We've reflected love. And that was the message right here in the energy of the Hanged Man. We know we were creating love. Now we are reflecting it back. And we're expanding with it from within to without. It's in our universes. And the moon is pulling us together. The moon is pulling together the two pieces, right? And our hearts are connected. So our hearts are connecting. We know the energy of the heart. You know, I've loved studying about the heart because, you know, we think that our brain does all these great things, because it does, yes. But our heart, it recognizes energy. And our heart puts out a frequency. And the heart frequency of the masculine and feminine, it's being connected on the path of the moon through this expansion of true self. And it's through strength to transform. And this is from lust. This is really the sacred energy of the sacral chakra. And it's connected to addiction. But we're healing from addiction. We're healing from lust. We're healing from codependency. We know we're also healing from greed. And there's the new beginning right there. There's judgment. There's our rebirth. Dawn is here, a new day. And something is expanded here. And it has to do with the Eight of Cups and the Four of Cups. And this is where the energy that we're transforming from to start off our life's purpose. We're thinking about the cup. But we're going to let that cup go because we're creating a new. We're letting go of the disconnection in the Four of Cups. We're letting go in order to create connection. And we do so with just the one cup. And it connects us to our Nine of Cups and our Ten of Coins. And that's our Ten of Pentacles. And that's our expansions, our abundance. There's one too many cups. One too many cups. And now we've transformed from the Page of Swords to the King of Swords. And wow, was that ever one big transformation. And it's been achieved. The Six of Cups, the restoration of innocence. That's what we're doing here. We're restoring innocence. We're restoring balance. We're purifying in order to connect the masculine and feminine and to create with love. That's how we're reflecting it from within to without. And I love that there's a kite there. Remember just flying a kite. How freeing that feels. Like, that is such a great feeling. We've expanded from our heartbreak. With the sword. Alright, let's see what's being activated here. The Ten of Engines. This is the message of the Ten of Engines. When responsibilities become too weighty, you need to shift the load. How can you delegate, share, or portion out your responsibilities? What do you need to lay down? Because this is about the pressures. This is the Ten of Wands. So our lives, our burdens within our lives are what keep us held down, keep us from recreating anew many of the time. And that card was just on the bottom of the deck. It's the Four of Airships. Stability of energy and environment is essential as a platform to work from. What space are you making for your health and well-being or that of others? And this is about us. We're in need of repair from our metamorphosis, our transformation, because we burnt out here from the Ten of Wands. This is the Ten of Wands and the Four of Swords. So we need to regenerate. And we need to recreate a healing environment in order to do so. That's the message. And there is why. The regeneration machine with the Nine of Engines and the Ace of Submarines. So we have the Nine of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So we know we're connecting to the sun and moon here in order to advance. But we need rest. We fought a long and hard battle and our ship's going down right now. We need to regenerate in order to recalibrate. The regeneration machine provides the chance for a new beginning and calls you to wake up. It can also recall something that is at the heart of your life, but which you once set aside or thought more bound. You are encouraged to re-examine and make space for it again. As one of the gods of the machine, the regeneration machine is the great awakener of all that lies dormant. When it is time to move on, reevaluate, or come out of a situation where you've been stuck, the regeneration machine opens the way. When options shrink and there seems to be no way forward, you can redeem the energy and opportunity by transforming your life, ridding yourself of burdens. You can forgive yourself and others to bring transformation to all. The cumulative investment of the ages is always waiting to be achieved and manifested in your lifetime. Which of your lifelong visions is approaching? How does it manifest through you? And this is about working with impulses to change and reform your life. Visions that change society is underway and we're all a part of it. And you recover something you've lost sight of. You can stop checking your tally and forgive and let go. And this is about not procrastinating our options anymore and rejecting invitations that we know are for ourselves because we're hanging on for the illusion of a better chance. Oh no, a better chance will come. Sometimes we feel called and we make the leap, we take the jump. And what we're doing now, it's the jump to transform. It's the time to transform. Because as you see, these are the same cards. regeneration is judgment in this tarot deck. You can see the x-axis, number 20. And it's connected to the moon voyage. We know that the moon voyage and the engineer. And we've come full circle because there's the 4 of submarines. So we're creating from the 4 of cups, the stagnancy. And that's why we're in the Hanged Man. Because we have to get rid of that stagnant cup. That nostalgia from the past. That high we get from holding on to that cup of the past. We just dump it out and we create a new. And we understand why we're doing it. Because it's rebirthing time. And if we want to get to our abundance, our 10 of cups and 10 of pentacles, we must transform to raise our vibes to meet it there. To get into alignment with it through the intentions of our heart. Mind, body, soul, all working within unison to get us there. The moon voyage is the keeper of the mysterious and unconscious tides that govern this whole world. Its lunar influence heightens emotion, stirring deep evolutionary tides to new growth. When you admit fantastic or intuitive impressions, you either strengthen your power to visualize and grow, or you become overwhelmed by deeply submerged fears about the unknown. Daydreams and night dreams can be pleasurable or scary, but they provide the creative medium that brings your plans from unconsciousness into awareness and practice. And we know it's evolution time, which is connected to the revolution. And that's what we're doing around here. The engineer maintains the great machine by her skill. She has found the way to harness power and has mastered its flow and workings. In this brave new world, she enables you to calmly find the power to cope with things with conviction and courage. But she also understands exactly when to acknowledge that things can't always be done alone. Now, this is also too about the machine she's running. It requires respect. And if she doesn't respect this machine she's running, it will become her master. And it's all about connecting to the power within in order to be encouraged and supported. Fortitude arises from the power within. Where can the courage of your convictions follow through? And this is great symbolism for, we're more than one thing. And our spirit is here, and we know that our spirit is in charge of our mind, and then there's a recalibration there, and then our mind is in charge of our body in a whole different way. And this, sometimes our body and our mind can be just running the show. And this is about doing healing. This is about, we have to work with the ego self, the lion, and understand that we have this very raw animalistic side to us that there are just needs that need to be met, and we have to respect and be in flow with our certain desires. And we can't just, we're not machines, we're not perfect. We didn't come here to be perfect, but we came here to transform and to lead our best lives. And this is about getting everything in working order in order to transform. Let's just get a reshuffle and get our message from the moon. Because we know we're going on a moon voyage in order to learn thyself and transform from the old to the new. And to me, it looks like this engineer is facing her old self with her new self. We know we're creating from pain in order to reflect love. From the Three of Swords to the Two of Cups. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. Pisces season is coming up. Void of course moon. Nothing good will come of this situation. Now the void of course moon is when the moon won't make any connections with any major planets until she enters the next sign. So there's no fruit to be harvested. There's no connection to be made. This is just completely surrendering to the divine. And this card came up in the last reading, except something didn't work out. The end did not tape. And then I went to go do another reading, and then I got Scorpio transformation and I got Pluto I transform. None of it worked. And I was like, what the heck? And then I was like, no, I'm going to sit down and do this. Why is this not working? And knowing that, because those two readings were meant to come out, but I was meant to get the message of the void of course moon. And something is being prepared here by the divine. It's not time to harvest yet. But we know that Pisces season is coming up right after Aquarius. And this is about starting anew, making all of our dreams come true. Fantasies, our visions, you know. Pisces, I was mixing fantasies and Pisces. Pisces is all about connecting to the oneness and creation. Connected to reveries and mysteries. But this is creating with a healthy way. We know that this is connected to what we're doing within the cups. And it's the reflection and the creation of love. And that's what this moon is allowing us to do. It's allowing us time for this expansion. And because it's such a sacred time, I want to use these transformation oracles because we are transforming. That is the message. The message is it's time to allow transformation. And this, I really don't believe it's going to have moments where we're actively transforming and then moments where we're allowing regeneration. And the regeneration is part of the recalibration and the transformation, and that may mean that nothing is happening and we're just working through what we're working through. We can't always be expanding and we can't always be regenerating. We need a balance of both. And now we're really learning that, and it's part of the flow. What are we transforming? I transform. We transform. Transformation. What are we transforming? Strengthen, purification. I want to just try to get one card. There it is. Liberation. And that's what we're doing. Liberation. Break the chains of old limiting habits. Break free from bondage. The old limitations in self-esteem, confidence, or optimism that have held you back. We can only stay limited for so long. At some point, we break out of the new level of freedom. We break out to a new level of freedom and scope. Our horizons open, restrictions fall away, and we are suddenly light with liberation. It doesn't happen by magic. We have to do our part. Without effort, we remain trapped in a prison of limitations. We must make important changes, reach for something better, and trust it can be ours. Perhaps you've become very discouraged. Setback and problems seem to pile up on each other. Health problems, limited circumstances. We're just not feeling like we can manifest, and I know many of us are feeling this way at this time. Affirmation to yourself. I am strong and successful. The universe is bountiful. All that I need flows to me easily and from all directions. And liberation comes from revolution and moves from the inside out. Don't let doubt win. Fight and break out to freedom. Yes, you can. And that's what we're doing. We know that. That's the message of this eclipse. It's revolution time. And it's up to us. Where are we going? Where are we going? We're going in a new direction. This is where we're shifting to. So we're literally just going to go in a new direction to emergence. And there it is. We're going into a new direction to emergence. Breakthrough to the next level. Life is a series of phases with occasional abrupt transitions. Like a giant staircase, we spend a long time in each stage before emerging into the next. Our bodies grow through periods of growth, fertility, and maturity. Similarly, our spiritual awareness evolves in planes of understanding and awakening. We slowly integrate until unexpectedly one day we find we've arrived at a new level, and that's what's happening. You may feel like a part of you has been in a cocoon or in hibernation for forever, or you may feel you've been in a storm of chaos and difficulties without end. Either way, many elements need to be organized inside before we can emerge. The breakthrough means we are finally past the dormancy or blockage. Awareness and intentionally help us to bridge between the preparation stage and our emergence. Patience and endurance can help us stay in tune with the natural timing of our growth. Don't force or rush the process. Just let it unfold. Keep working steadily toward the goal. Trust that the veils will part and the universe will reveal its secrets to you. So now we're going to trust that the veil will part and the universe will lead us to what's being illuminated for us. We just must allow the time to regenerate and expand out of the cocoon now. Wow. What a beautiful reading. What a beautiful time. Thank you guys for joining me here. Much love and healing vibes sent your way to create with.